Alright. Animal byproduct. By the way, guys, I did say throughout the other videos, like, if you do enjoy this, and if you like me going through every SCP that exists, then, you know, subscribe and give this video a like. It really, like, it seems to have helped a lot, because, like, almost every video I upload gave a new subscriber, almost every video. And I think it kind of like stopped when I stopped saying it, which is crazy. So, but yeah, if you do enjoy this, click that subscribe button. But for now, let's go to animal byproduct. Please be sure though, because like I think every SCP now should be this length, because like I said, we spent a whole hour and 40 minutes reading the very first one, and now we whew. Okay, it's safe. The primary sample of SCP-1361 is to be kept in an environmentally sealed chamber at a constant temperature of 4 degrees Celsius. SCP-1361 is to be fed a small mammal weighing 1 to 5 kilograms once per day, or as necessary to maintain its mass within 45 to 65 kilograms. In the event that the primary sample's mass exceeds 107 kilograms, 50% of its mass is to be removed and destroyed by incineration. All incinerations of SCP-1361 material are to be performed in environmentally sealed areas, and air is to be completely filtered before dispersal into the atmosphere. All persons handling SCP-1361 are to make sure of a portable oxygen supply and wear appropriate safety gear. Secondary samples of SCP-1361 may be produced as necessary for testing purposes, using D-Class personnel scheduled for determination as seed material. All secondary samples are to be stored in a separate environment from the primary sample. SCP-1361 is an amorphous mass of animal tissue, similar in appearance to a mechanically separated meat. Alright. Tissue analysis indicates that SCP-1361 contains DNA markers from 37 distinct species, including both Taurus, Gallus, Sus, Scrofa, Felis catus, Canis lupus, Mesocricetus auratus, Columba livia, and Homo sapiens sapiens, and that it consists primarily of muscular and connective tissue and fat. So it's just a whole ball of just different meat DNA. If it didn't, and Homo sapiens sapiens, I believe it's humans, so you better not cook that shit and eat it, because that will be cannibalism. It's also mostly muscular and connective tissue, so it's not really like, probably not like the best meat. There we go. SCP-1361 also contains high concentration of ammonium hydroxide, and it's caustic to exposed flesh. Okay, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's probably not a good idea. 1361 possesses no sensory organs or internal structure, and demonstrates no indications of being intelligent or aware of its environment. Due to its lack of specialized organs, pieces of SCP-1361 can be removed or reattached without any harm to the organism or the removed portion. Ugh. Imagine you just just snap, and you just like, and you're like, and you just smack it back on there, and just like molds back into the meat. Ugh. SCP-1361 is capable of limited locomotion along flat surfaces by means of contracting and expanding itself. This is so gross. This is so nasty. SCP-1361 has been observed to move at a constant rate of 1.3 meters per minute. Per minute? Okay. Per minute? I mean, yeah, that's not... It's not slow, it's not fast. Irrespective of its current mass, quantities of SCP-1361 smaller than 5 kg do not demonstrate an ability to move. When not interfered with by outside stimuli, SCP-1361 will move in a straight line until it encounters a barrier larger than its current height, at which point it will begin moving in a different direction. I forgot to press the record button. It's too late now. If SCP-1361 encounters any biological matter while traveling, it will attempt to form itself around it and engulf the object. It's like the blob, eh? It's like the blob. Within 15 to 30 minutes of engulfing a biological object. Ow, my balls are being squashed in. Excuse me. Let me just. Sorry about that. It was just uncomfortable. Yeah. SCP-1361 will digest it, and its mass and volume will increase by the mass and volume of the object engulfed, so it can grow in size. SCP-1361 has demonstrated an ability to digest any plant or animal matter introduced to it, including wood, clothing, hair, bones, and samples of organic SCP objects not known to be destructible by conventional means. Non-organic materials contained within the consumed object is not digested and remains within SCP-1361 indefinitely. SCP-1361 does not excrete any waste after feeding. SCP-1361 loses mass at a rate of 1 kilogram per day and must consume at least that much to maintain its mass. If not fed, SCP-1361 will continue to lose weight until it's no longer capable of locomotion, at which point it will begin to spoil and grow molded. This is such a nasty little shit. SCP-1361 can be considered dead at this point and will no longer feed. Rate of decay and the corresponding requirement to feed increases dramatically if the temperature of SCP-1361 is above 20 degrees Celsius. If SCP-1361's mass exceeds 107 kilograms, it begins exuding a highly pleasant aroma, described by a D-class handler upon accidental exposure as smelling better than a rare steak, crispy fried bacon, and wet expletive deleted, all rolled into one. We can guess what that expletive is. Humans and other carnivorous animals exposed to SCP-1361 in this state will experience a strong desire to approach and consume SCP-1361. You should not consume that. Definitely don't consume that. Uncooked, regardless of the caustic damage caused to the hands, mouth, and throat by this process. Oh, you should definitely not consume that, bro. It's like trying to eat a xenomorph that and specifically like, eat the mouth where all the acid spit is okay. Like, well, let me just grab that thing and try to. Once eaten, the consumed matter will begin to engulf the subject from the inside, digesting and turning them into another instance of SCP-1361 over the course of approximately 4 to 6 hours. Testing indicates that consuming approximately 0.5% of the subject's body weight in SCP-1361 is necessary for the transformation to occur. However, individuals exposed to SCP-1361 and allowed to do so frequently consume far in excess of this amount, beyond the normal ability of an individual of the species. All secondary samples of SCP-1361 produced in this manner behave identically to the primary sample, except that DNA markers from the individual consumed will now be present. Of course, SCP-1361 remains in the state until its mass drops below 50 kilograms, either due to being consumed due to the piece of it being removed, or due to the loss of mass from not eating. Testing has indicated that the ability to digest as a subject after being consumed is not limited to the periods when SCP-1361 is emitted the scent described above, and that it persists after being cooked. The scent given off when SCP-1361 is cooked has been described as more pleasant than its uncooked scent. D-class personnel exposed to it have engaged in irrational behavior and physical violence in an attempt to gain access to samples of cooked SCP-1361. Do not give this food to any anime protagonist that loves to eat meat, which is most of them, because they will die. They will not have a good time with this food inside them. Although probably some of the anime protagonists, like their bodies work so wild that maybe this SCP couldn't even like eat them from the inside out. Alright.